As a business owner, you know how crucial a great subject line is. It's often the difference between an email that gets opened and one that fades into the background. So what if I told you that there's a way to transform that essential element into a profit-driving game? So today I'm sharing a powerful strategy that not only challenges you to perfect every subject line, but also directly impacts your bottom line. So imagine every email you send scoring a perfect 100. It's a game-changing approach that turns routine outreach into a dynamic opportunity for growth. Now, what I'm showing here on my screen is Keepful, which is a CRM that I use. Now, if you are not aware what Keepful is, if you're an accountant, tax preparer, or a bookkeeper, or anybody in the accounting space, a CFO, anything like that, and you have your own business, Keepful is a must. However, this video, we're going to be going over just the subject lines of your videos. So when you get a prospect and you get their email address, whether that's through a networking event or maybe even somebody that just signed up for your newsletter, right? They went to your website to give you their email address. You want to be able to put them in some kind of campaign where they're automatically getting emails. And if you don't have an email campaign, maybe this is a good chance for you to set one up. And in this video, we're going to be going over how to perfect the subject line. So without a good subject line, people are not opening your emails, right? So it's all about getting a better open rate. It really does you no good to have an awesome email if people aren't opening it. And what I found was this tool that's free to use and will take your subject lines to that next level. And hopefully you'll start to see those changes where you see the open rates go up. All right, so let's get into it. As I mentioned, this tool is called subjectline.com. So it's just a website. You go to subjectline.com, enter the subject, and it's going to give you a score. So our goal is to have a score of 90 or above. Now, I'm going to go over why not just 100, right? You would think 100 is a perfect score. And one of the reasons for it is because at the end of the day, it is just a software that's evaluating your subject line. And sometimes the software, it could be using AI, it could be using something that's programmed, and it may not be exactly what you want. And I'll get into it in just a second. So let's go into my nurture campaign. So here in Keepful, I'm in marketing. I need to go to my snippets, and then I'm going to go find my nurture campaign, and mine is on page 4. And so as you can see, the way my nurture letter is set up, or my nurture campaign, is they get one email every month. Now you don't have to copy that, but that's what I think works best. It's not so annoying where they're getting emails every week or anything like that. So just one email a month. Sometimes I give a little bit of tax tips. Sometimes I just tell them, hey, here are my favorite books. And I think that's what January is. So let's go into January. I'm going to click edit. And so here is my my subject line. So let's go to subjectline.com. All right. And so in subjectline.com, I'm going to, I don't know if I copied this. I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to hit paste here. And one thing that I want you to know is that if you're using anything like this, this software is not recognizing that this is actually just a placeholder for somebody's name. So it actually thinks that the subject line contains these brackets. And a lot of times it's going to score it higher. I've made that mistake where I think that, oh, wow, here, I'll hit and evaluate. And it's probably going to give me a really high score because subject lines typically are good when you're using different kind of symbols. And as you can see, I got a 99 out of 100. But if I make that change, and instead of saying brackets contact, if I put in my own name, it lowers the score. And that's really what the subject line is going to look like, right? So you do have to play with the software a little bit. It's not perfect, but it's better than not having anything to grade your subject lines. And it does give you a grade here of why it took some points off. So right here it says it contains any word that has more than 8 characters, so impactful. It's too long of a word. And you might think, well, that doesn't really matter too much. And it does. It really does. Having too long of a word sometimes is a turnoff. People say, hey, I don't want to read this. I don't want to open this. It's too much work, right? We want it to be very easy to digest. And if you get an email that already looks even a little bit like work, we're not going to open it, right? So think about yourself. What kind of emails do you open? So let's get into it. Let's fix this, and we're going to get to 90 or above. So let's change that, and we're going to play around with it a little bit. Totally misspelled my name. There we go. And first of all, I want to lowercase that h. Here are my favorite books. And what are your favorites? So now I got an 85. Now I can tell you here, so again, something with 8 characters, probably favorite a couple of times. It's giving me a negative 15 points for no urgency. I don't really know that I really want to have any urgency. It's a January email. I'm just giving somebody a list of my favorite books in case maybe they want to look at it, right? And most of these are business books, so that's why I'm sharing them with them. And then I got a length is over 50 characters, so this is too long. All right, so let's go back. Let's play with it a little bit more. So let's go to subjectline.com, and all right. First of all, that doesn't make any sense. Here are some favorite books. Here are my favorite books. What are your favorites? Let's try that. We'll just keep it at that. So I didn't change a lot. Still 85. Okay. We'll keep playing with it. All right. How many? Let me make sure. Yeah, books. Okay. So let's see what I started with. Here are some impactful books. I don't like that. Here are some great reads. How about that? And then let's delete. And then let's do you have any must reads? And let's make sure we spell that right. We'll hit evaluate. Okay, I got an 87, so that's a little bit better. Let's go back. Let's see if we can do something better. Jaime, here are my must reads. What books do you like? Okay, 86. Let's play with it a little bit more. Let's try adding favorite again. So Jaime, here are my favorite books. Let's do what books do you like? All right, we got a 90. That was our goal, to get 90 or above. We did it. All right, so again, no subtle urgency. I don't really want it. I didn't want to. And again, that's kind of goes to why you can't fully rely on the software, right? But it does give you something to measure your subject lines at least. So I got a negative 15 for that, and I got a length for over 50 characters. So it's a little long. And then it contained, but I got like these bonuses, right? And that's kind of what made it up. So I got some punctuation, contains the word favorite. So it likes that word actually. It includes the word you or your, and it contains multiple special symbols or punctuation. So cool. So we got a 90. Let's make sure to add that here to our subject now. And I don't want to mess with that there. And that's perfect. Now let's do one more. Now this one, I'm going to do November because I know that November is one that I do kind of give a little bit of urgency. And so here we go into November. And the reason I give some urgency here is I say, hey, the year's almost over. What's your plan? And this is just as simple as a what's your plan. And let's first of all, let's see what it grades what's your plan at. Let's go to subjectline.com, paste that in there, and evaluate it. It gives it an 88, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But let's see if we can make it better. So again, let's try to do a little urgency, right? So time is almost up, or time is running out. I like doing like the 3 dots. Kind of gives a little, I don't know, mystery. Do you have a plan? Time is running out. Do you have a plan? And I want to make sure that this does kind of correlate with what I'm saying. With year-end weeks away, it's important that we follow fellow business owners have a plan. All right. So let's copy that and make sure that let's see if it gets us a better than an 88. So again, our goal is to get 90 or above. So let's go there and evaluate it. We did it. We got 100. Awesome. So let's see why we got 100. So we probably, it likes that we gave it a little urgency. The time is running out. It contains multiple symbols of punctuation, and then includes the word you or your, contains 2 or more of the same punctuation in a row, and it contains punctuation. So it really, really likes the subject. So let's hit save here. And perfect. Okay, so we did January. I also did November with a little bit more urgency. So this is just a way to show you a really cool tool that I found, again, called subjectline.com. So I am going to put in the description below the link to it. I will also show you the link to Keepful if you want more information on that, if you are in the accounting industry. So if you enjoyed this video, please let me know if you want to see more videos like this. We're always checking for feedback, looking at it, and making sure that we adjust our videos based on what you want to see. And lastly, please, if this is something that maybe could help somebody that you know, a business owner, no matter what industry they're in, please feel free to share this with them and hit subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank y'all for now.